For the 2024 NFL season, we've covered extensively on this channel 2 members of the Minnesota Vikings that should be award winners at season's end. And the results are in. One I'm shocked with, the other not so much. Your 2024 NFL Coach of the Year is none other than Vikings head coach Kevin O'Connell. He deserves it. I'm shocked that he actually won it just because of how the media voting works. I fully expected the voters to hand Coach of the Year to Dan Campbell on a silver platter. But the voters, they got it right. And it's very simple. The gap between the preseason expectations and the end of season results. The Detroit Lions just came off of an NFC Championship game appearance the year before. So naturally, it's expected that you will also be contenders the following year. ESPN projected the Lions to have 10.6 wins with an 80.6% chance to make the playoffs. They ended up with a 15-2 record. That's a gap of plus 4 wins when you essentially round up 10.6 wins expected to 11 wins. Dan Campbell, you and your Detroit Lions did everything that we expected for you to do. Compare that to the Minnesota Vikings. ESPN projected 6.8 wins. We're going to round that up to 7. The Vikings ended up 14-3 on the year. That's a difference of plus 7 wins. Chance to make the playoffs, 14.1%. Well, they made it, obviously, and projected to win the NFC North division, percentage-wise, 3.6%. They didn't win the North, but it came down to Week 18. So it's much higher than 3.6%. Week 18, it's a 50-50 toss-up. And we expected you, Minnesota Vikings, to be absolute bums, said the media. You lost Kirk Cousins, and now you're running it with Sam Darnold. What do you want from us? And to be able to flip the script to that degree sounds like good coaching to me. I'm shocked that the voters went that way, but they got it right. The second award, covered extensively on this channel, Comeback Player of the Year, was not awarded to Sam Darnold, which I'm not shocked by at all. I fully expected that to be the case. Because ever since after the script of Damar Hamlin getting the award last year got upended by Joe Flacco, the AP felt compelled to clarify the spirit of the award, saying that this award should be given to a player that came back from injury the year prior. You idiot voters screwed everything up. We had the Damar Hamlin storyline ready to print and the documentary ready to rock and roll. And instead, you sabotaged it all. And that was back in June of last year. And that revision, that clarification from the AP was etched in the brains of NFL voters. All right, this is what we're supposed to vote on. Okay, this is what it is. And then at the 11th hour, January of this year, the Associated Press confirmed, per Mike Florio, that votes for Sam Darnold for Comeback Player of the Year won't be rejected a month before the voting results. I'm sure leaving the voters utterly confused. And I tell you what, 2022 down 33-0 to Indianapolis, only for the Vikings to come back and win that game, universally recognized as the greatest comeback in league history, is not because they overcame injuries mid-game. It was because of the resiliency that they showed. Outside of Caitlin Clark, Sam Darnold was the biggest sports story in 2024. Categorized as a castaway after 6 years, third chance as a starter on a new team, first year with Minnesota helps lead his team to 14 wins. That castaway, top 5 in passing yards, top 5 in passing touchdowns. There's no better comeback story in football than Sam Darnold, and yet he did not win the award. That award, Comeback Player of the Year, went to Joe Burrow because he missed 7 games in 2023. Fully healthy in 2024, Joe Burrow did, you guessed it, what Joe Burrow typically does, being a top 5 quarterback in the league. It's a shame that the AP had to screw this up. Rob Maaddi, you felt compelled with Damar Hamlin not getting the award last year to stick your nose and run your Twitter mouth. All you had to do was shut the hell up. And because of you, Rob Maaddi, AP senior NFL writer, you have successfully dumbed down the spirit of the meaning of the word comeback when it comes to sports. Sam Darnold got robbed. We're going to get to today's mock draft right after this message. Today's video sponsor is BetterHelp. I myself have dealt with depression and anxiety for most of my life, feeling like a failure, always worried about how I'm going to screw up the next thing that I do, and it was debilitating. I rarely felt good about myself, and my therapist at the time helped me realize that when I would feel those things, that I was operating in the mindset of a championship bout, that everything I participated in, I felt the need to be perfect. One mistake would send me into a spiral, completely disregarding all the good things that I had done. Through therapy, I've learned productive tools to use whenever I get into another funk, and I'm forever grateful for it. With BetterHelp, it's super convenient being fully online, at your home, or wherever it is that you're most comfortable. BetterHelp is there for you. Start fresh any day of the year with BetterHelp. Click on the link in the description or go to betterhelp.com/realisticrandy for 10% off your first month of therapy. And now it's time to mock. It's time to mock. It's time to mock. It's time to mock. Fudge, yeah. We're on the way to save the Minnesota Vikings. Time to mock. Fudge, yeah. Drafting is the only way, yeah. The way to win a ring is with homegrown players. Fudge, yeah. Jefferson, fudge, yeah. Addison, fudge, yeah. Darnold, fudge, yeah. JJ McCarthy, fudge, yeah. Josh Patel, fudge, yeah. Dallas Turner, fudge, yeah. Brian O'Neill, fudge, yeah. LDR, fudge, yeah. For this mock draft, this is the third one for this offseason on this channel. The first two that I did, I accepted trades. This one, I didn't receive a trade offer that I thought was worthy of trading back. So for the first time this offseason, this mock draft, we're going to stand pat. 24, 97, 140, 161. We're just going to make our picks. At pick 24, the Vikings select Kenneth Grant, defensive tackle from Michigan. Pick 97, Darian Porter, cornerback from Iowa State. So that's expected to be two starters on the defensive side of the ball from two positions in dire need of help. At pick 140, Charles Grant, interior offensive lineman from William and Mary. And at pick 161, this is a deep running back class, RJ Harvey Jr., running back from UCF. So two starters on defense, an offensive lineman in the interior that can at least maybe have his name in the mix, being selected at 140. You can't really expect much out of him. Anything you get from him is a bonus. And at 161, you have an argument that this guy, RJ Harvey Jr., could be the starter for next season. Your thoughts in the comments section below. Thanks to the folks at BetterHelp. We'll see you next time.